If you're watching this video, then you've made it through my welcome video and the material that you'll find in the Start Here link. This video is going to go through the material you'll find in course information and what your responsibilities are for the first week of class. So if you click on the course information link, the first thing you'll see is the course syllabus. And I did put it in two formats. It's a PDF or a Word document, whatever's easiest for you. What I would ask is that you take the time to read through this in its entirety. It's very important because it does go through everything that I expect of you in this class, and it also documents what you can expect from me. I just want to go through a couple of highlights in this video on what you'll find here. The first thing is obviously my contact information. You also have this in Blackboard. I explain how to use the send email feature in Blackboard as well. The next thing is your book. Your book is an ebook, which means it's 100% online, and it was included in the cost of your tuition. So you now have access to the book through Blackboard. There is a link to the textbook in learning modules. You will need to go in, click on the link, create an ID and password, and I do have instructions on how to do that. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But what I want to make you aware of is the actual name of the book is called Technology for Success. It includes this platform called MindTap. MindTap is an e-reader and also includes a lot of features that I think will be very helpful. The next thing I want to draw your attention to is software. We will be covering Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. So you are at some point going to need to download Microsoft Office products to your machine so that you can work on the activities. And there are instructions on how to do that. And when we get to that module in the course, I'll make you aware of all of that and how to do all that. The course description and the student learning outcomes. This course is an overview of computing technologies. So we cover a little bit of everything. And if you look at my list here that I've documented, yes, we do talk about hardware. We talk about operating systems, software, network. We also talk about security. So you'll get a little bit of everything. Grading is the next thing I want to highlight. Your grade is broken down into 4 areas. 40% are quizzes, and I typically do a couple chapters per quiz, so you should expect about 6 quizzes overall. There is a final quiz, and that will be cumulative. The next area is 40% on assignments. So these are assignments in your ebook, practice quizzes, Excel projects, Access projects, and we will spend a little bit of time on HTML. The third section is on discussions. Discussions, I will give you a topic, either an article to read or a video to watch, and I will ask you to answer some questions or comment on the topic and then respond to other students. You should expect about 6 of these. And then finally, your final quiz, 10%. The final quiz will be at the end of the semester, a cumulative quiz. The rest I ask you to please read through on your own and take the time to do so. Again, it lays out expectations, and it also gives you some good information such as technical support and our tutoring services in the Academic Center for Excellence. I'm going to take you back to Blackboard. So the second thing you'll find is the course schedule. You have a link here to the course schedule, but I also have a link from the navigation bar so you don't always have to come in to the information folder here. And what I've done is, this is my best guess on our timeline, right? So you see each module, so this is sort of each chapter that we would cover, when assignments are due. And in general, I gave about a week per chapter, and I think that's plenty, with the exception of when we dive into something with a little more detail, like HTML or Excel or Access, that generally 2 to 3 weeks on those types of topics. For your first topics, take a look at Module 0. I'm just asking you to read through all the documentation and course information and respond to the first discussion, and I'll walk you through that in just a moment. Module 1, I would like you to read through the first chapter. It's rather short, so I do believe that it's doable in this first week of classes. There is training videos that I'm assigning with multiple choice questions that's about 10 minutes long, and then a practice quiz that has about 10 multiple choice questions that just kind of give you an overview of the topics. And let me go back. The third thing is setting up access to your book. So as I said before, the link to your text is in Learning Modules. You see this blue icon here. This represents a link to your text. Technology for Success is the name of the book. And I do have, if I go back to where we were just a moment ago here, this link will give you instructions on how to get started. Once you've done that, these two items here, they are optional, and I did indicate that. One of them is a reading, the other one is a video, so it's up to you which you prefer, but it will give you some highlights of MindTap. MindTap has features such as it allows you to highlight, it has flashcards, etc. So it's kind of good to just get an overview of how to use all of that. The next is academic integrity. So please go ahead, read through this, a couple minutes long, and then answer the question at the end. And here's your first real assignment this first week, which is to introduce yourself. So it should take you around 20 minutes. I'm asking you to please watch this video at this link here. And then I provide instructions on how to create a discussion. So I would like you to introduce yourself, tell us your major, why you chose it, and then I ask you to answer a question related to the video. The rest of the items you have here are informational. So take some time, look through it. If you don't want to install Microsoft Office now, you don't have to do that just yet. As I said, we'll be starting Excel a little later in the semester, so then you'll need to do it at that point. You can wait till then if you'd like. So go ahead and take the time to work through everything in the course information folder. And then if you noticed on the course schedule, I did have some assignments related to Module 1. Each of the modules you're going to find in the Learning Modules folder. So click here. Here's that link to your book that I was telling you about. And then here's Module 1. So go ahead and click on this. And here you'll find everything related to Module 1. The first one is a presentation, which is just my notes, so supportive documentation to help you work through the material. The next 3 are links that take you directly to the reading in your book. The next 2 are optional videos, again, to just support what you're looking at and what you're reading. The next 3 are for grade. So you'll notice I indicated that here, for grade, and for grade. First one is just an interactive video for you to work through. The next one, training videos, so about 10 minutes worth of videos and questions. And then the last one is a practice quiz, so about 10 multiple choice questions. So go ahead and work through these assignments in the first week, and do let me know if you have any questions or any trouble accessing anything.